Well, hello, everybody. We love
Hello.
you. We'll start with we love you.
Yes.
Guys, I got to say thank you. This is a very special episode that we're bringing to you guys tonight because it almost didn't happen. Today, I woke up very discouraged and overwhelmed that I didn't have enough followers to go live after I had asked for support and assistance. Well, you guys pulled through, not only for us, but for every single person that benefits from these episodes and benefits just from hearing us talk. So, tonight is an extra special thank you and loaded with love, telling you guys all that we really, 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 I especially being the founder of Alpha E Mind Mastery, am so overwhelmed with joy and gratitude for each one of you that have pulled through to make it possible tonight to go live. You guys have not only touched my heart, but you have touched my soul. And I am grateful for you all, seriously. And like we always do, we're going to kick off episode 12 with a couple of things that I got to shout out to you all. But first, Andi, do you want to say a quick hello before I do some shout outs?
Hello, everyone. As most of you know, I have 7 kids at home. So if this live gets interrupted, I will turn my camera off and my microphone, go deal with what I gotta deal with, and I'll be right back. But I do appreciate and love each and every one of you, and I appreciate you taking the time to come and see me and Toby on our United Earth Angels episode 12. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful that we got the followers so that we can actually go live on Facebook. I appreciate every one of y'all. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm so grateful. I feel like I'm on top of the world right now. I really do because I know I pump a lot of love out into this world intentionally to assist with everybody to, own their own healing, you know, take the responsibility for the things that they need to be accountable for in their own life. So it's really, I'm grateful that you guys come around. So, guys, before we get into it tonight, I gotta tell you guys all, if you haven't yet, you gotta check out Montreal's newest sound, CFQR 600 AM. You have to. And if you don't have a radio, check it out online. Okay, www.cfqr600.com. Guys, it is awesome listening, literally. Actually, thinking about that, I'm going to have to ask Phil to come out here and do an interview with us. You know?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do that. So now that I've announced it, I'm going to have to send him a message after. Let him know. Guys, I got to put up the content warning here all the time because we talk real, raw, and truthful here because that's how Earth Angels do. And we're
Yep.
not disguised tonight. We're coming to you as Earth Angels on a mission to assist. So, guys, thanks again for the 100 followers, making it possible to go live. Hopefully, we'll see many more numbers. Guys, check out our books.
Yes. And plus, I figured out how to share to my Facebook. So I've got followers there. Um, but yeah.
Andi, mention your books. Oh, love from GB. Hello. Great Britain, I think that is, right?
My books, I have one that's already on lulu.com and it's globally distributed. So it's not just Lulu. It is called How to Manage Being a Boy Mom. And I will have my second book out. I'm going to add it Wednesday and it'll be on Lulu by Friday and then Amazon and everywhere else by next week. So the second book is called How to Manage Being a Girl Mom. And I am a mom of 11. So I have boys, 7 boys, and 4 girls. So I know a little bit about a little bit. If you're interested, just go to lulu.com and type in my name and you will find it, or Amazon, or anywhere books are sold, actually. But Lulu is the one that I published from. They allowed me to publish my own book, and um, they accepted it to be distributed globally. So I owe I owe it to Lulu for my books to be sold and printed and copied and all this other good stuff. So
Right on. Well, you know what? I've got quite a few on lulu.com also. Yeah. If you go check out lulu.com, you can check out all my books. Just search my name, you'll find me. So, guys, before we get on to it, check out the handcrafted soaps at woodsidesoaps.ca. You got to check that stuff out. Guys, Savage Protein Balls in Ottawa, check that out. And you know what? Next week, Shamrock TV Gee is going to come back and join us because now we were not going to have any technical issues like we had the last time. Ha! So, anybody else that would like to join us, feel free to. We would love to have you join us for a conversation, an interview, or anything great that you're doing that you'd like to promote. Seriously, we'd like to extend this invitation to you tonight. Okay.
yes, we're
Andy,
here to
let's
help
get
people.
in. Sorry?
We're here to help people.
Yes. Well, I know personally, I am here to illuminate your path to your highest potential of your being. That's what I do. That's my drive.
Absolutely.
Mind you, I got a couple of missions, but that's one of them. So, guys, we're going to get into gratitude. Andy, let's kick off tonight's episode. Why is it so important to be grateful?
Because if it weren't for anybody else, what would you accomplish in life? If it wasn't for the creator, would you be here? Would you be able to do the things you do? Would you be able to be as talented as you are? No, you wouldn't. So you have to be grateful to the creator. You have to be grateful to others who support you. Without that support, you become stagnant. You can't move forward in life. So in order to move forward, you have to have people to support you, and you have to be grateful to those people, because most of the time, all they want is thank you, or they might want a shout out, or, like I'm grateful for my husband and my mama and all my kids that stand behind me. I am grateful for my adult children that have flown off and started doing their own thing. I'm grateful that I could teach them something while I had the opportunity to do so. And I'm grateful for all my children. I'm grateful to the creator to sending them all to me. 7 of them I did give birth to. Before them I did not. But the creator saw to it to make sure that I had them, because he deemed me worthy. That's all I can say. And I'm grateful to him. And I'm grateful to all of my followers on Facebook, all my followers on TikTok. They like and support the things I do. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have 1,000 followers on Facebook. I wouldn't have 3,000 followers on TikTok. I want to help as many people as I can. I can't do that if I'm stagnant. You have to thank the people that have helped you get where you're going. You have to thank people who help you. It don't matter if someone opened the door. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's simple as that. If someone comments on something that you've written on social media, oh, thank you, honey. Or if they say, well, I don't like that, you maybe should, not do it. So, well, why don't you tell me how to do it better? You don't have to be hateful, even if they are. Like, well, if you can do it better, go ahead. Or if you can help me do it better, go ahead. I appreciate any help you can give me, because I want to help you. It has to be reciprocated. I've turned a lot of people from making hateful comments to making, oh, I never thought about it that way. Or, oh, well, I was a butt to her, but she's coming back at me like this. Okay. Yeah, you can't let the people that are having a bad day ruin your post, ruin your day, ruin anything. They're having a bad day. Maybe all they need is a smile and a hi, how are you? And, it might change their whole day. It might not, but if it does, then awesome. Learning to be grateful for enemies is very open gateways. No one can imagine that from personal experience. Yeah, yeah. I've got.
You, I would love to jump in and reiterate to that comment if you don't mind for a sec.
Oh yeah, go ahead. That
Learning
was
to
fun.
be grateful for your enemies is very open gateways. No one can imagine that from personal experience. Listen, I'm I get you 120%. You have to be grateful for the hardest things in your life. And half the time, you have enemies just because you're a loving being in such a demonic, systematic world.
Hmm.
And that's why the ones sharing love are the most hated naturally, because everybody's been taught to love by condition. So, therefore, when you're loving authentically yourself primarily, which is really unheard of in a society that we've been trained not to love ourselves or anybody for that matter.
Hmm.
So, when you can learn to love your suffering and be grateful for your suffering and be grateful for all of those enemies that you do acquire, because you're doing something right if you're acquiring enemies, especially in this world. So I'm really grateful for that comment, because you got to be grateful for everything, because according to the law of relativity, nothing's good or bad. Everything is relative to your unique set of learning that you must acquire. So
Yeah.
there is no good and bad. There is factually only the now and how you absorb it to be. Yesterday doesn't exist. So everything that you may have endured up until this very moment is no longer existent. The only thing that exists is right now.
Yep.
You cannot get back anything from yesterday or anybody from yesterday. And in this world, the more you love yourself, yes, is the more you will be hated, because there is more people not loving themselves. So the ones that are going to be ostracized and outcasted, because we are not the norm. So it's very normal to have enemies. So when you acquire such a consciousness level, you know when you're running with universal law that there is no good or bad, that every face that you encounter is a lesson. Literally. So as long as you're acquiring the lessons, you're not taking any losses in life. So yes, you got to be grateful for your enemies. But your biggest enemy in this whole experience is yourself.
Yep. You can't control what other people do. You can only control if you react to what they do.
Yeah. Because honestly, on that note, you know, I'm not my own enemy. So therefore, there is no enemy within. So there shall never be an enemy outside. This is how I perceive my world. I I embody love and I infuse love and I project love. So therefore, there is nothing that cannot be conquered by love. So I'm actually the threat to them.
Yeah. And then they act out all the time. They don't understand it. They think they need to knock you down a couple of notches, or so I've heard. But the thing is, when you have no enemies in yourself, nobody can come and disturb that. Nobody can, no, I mean, they could try all they want. And if I have to sit around them because I'm in the same room and we have to be there, I'll just smile and nod, you know. And if I can walk away, I'll say, have a good day. I hope your day gets better, and walk away. They're not taking me down to their level anymore. Yes, they used to. Yes, they absolutely positively used to. But I've learned from Tobi not to let someone else control how my day goes. It's my day. I will make it what I want it. I love myself. So guess what? I have no enemies within myself. Enemies do not exist.
Can I stop you for a second there, Andi? I got to jump in here and ask you something. I'm being actually guided to ask you to explain a little bit about what you were just talking about into a little bit more depth about the energetic pull that you were feeling people siphon your energy, because a lot of people don't think it's real. And I was just instructed, hey, okay, jump in there now and have her explain to people the experience. So could you please explain to the audience the experience of what you were suffering before you were made aware of it and you applied the learning? Because I could have told you anything and you didn't have to do nothing. You could have said, bitch, you're crazy. I'm going the other way.
I would not have said that, but okay.
No, but come on. Had you not been the earth angel that you are, I am sure you would have said, bitch, you're crazy. Go the other way.
Yeah,
Like
most
most
definitely.
people tell me.
Most definitely. Well, this is going to sound crazy, but I don't care because it's true. Vampires are real. No, it's not the blood sucking in daylight bullcrap everybody sees them as. I call them energy vampires. I didn't know at the time why I was getting so tired every time I started my workout in the gym. No idea why. I'd go in, say hi, nod, be nice to people, go into the room, start doing my warm ups and stuff. And then all of a sudden, I got a bunch of energy. Then all of a sudden, it's just like something sucked it out of me. It did. The energy vampires are real. I don't care what anybody says. I know they are. Because until Tobi told me about them, I thought, well, maybe I just didn't get enough sleep. Maybe, maybe it works opposite for me in the gym. I was trying to figure it out, but I gave up trying to figure it out. And then Tobi said, well, you know what? You need to protect yourself. I said, huh? What do you mean protect myself? She said, you need to protect your power. You need to protect your energy. Because when you go to the gym, it's supposed to feel good. It's supposed to feel like you have all the energy in the world. You're not supposed to feel drained. I don't care who you are. I'm like, oh, okay. So next day I went to the gym and she said, try not to smile at everybody walking by because you don't know if they're trying to get a reaction so they can break through your protection from them. You don't know who's who. And I said, okay. So went to the gym, just said hi to the people at the front, because they got to check in. And I went straight back to the room, started doing my warm-ups and stuff, visualized my protection, and didn't look at anybody. Didn't focus on anything except for the music in my ears and coach in my ears because I have a coach. He has videos and, got to pay attention to what he says or I'll do it wrong because, I forget everything. But I didn't pay a bit of attention to anybody. I walked out of the gym feeling like I was invincible completely. And I was like, what? Like I didn't know they existed, but apparently they do. They really do. They look like human. They look, they look normal. They'll smile and wave, kind of flirty with you and stuff like that. And I could feel people watching me too. Like I could feel, like before I put my protection, I could feel people watching, and I would turn and look, and then you know how when you catch somebody looking, they're like acting like they're not.
But what was allowing them access to drain your energy?
I was.
Okay, but I'm being told to ask you that, and now, but you have to tell them, what is it? I know that you were, but they don't know that you were, and you need to explain it to them.
Okay.
What is it that enabled these people to drain your life force? How did you give them permissions to do it unaware?
Only thing I did was say hello and smile and give them eye contact. That's all I did.
But
That's
all
it.
you have to do, people.
Yeah.
And
So
what happens? What
I stopped
happens when
looking
you
at
do
them.
that?
They have permission without you knowing they have permission to drain your energy, to steal your energy.
Yes. Now, once you protected your energy, how did you do that?
Do you mean how did I protect my energy?
What was the visualization of protecting your energy?
Bright light, English, bright white light of protection with purple flames around it. I envisioned that around me. And anytime I take my children with me, I project it onto them too, which I can do.
And you felt the difference?
Yes, I felt the difference. That day I tried it. That day. And it was hard to try at first because it felt like, it took effort. But now when I go in the gym, I'm just like, or if I go anywhere in public, I just make circles around me. It's like this. I know what I'm doing. And I'll get to the point where I can just not even physically or mentally say, hey, here's my protection. But people might think I'm crazy when I walk in the gym like this a few times, but I don't care.
It works, right?
Yes, it
Well,
absolutely does.
this is the part where I say you could have told me that I was absolutely fucking nuts and to leave you alone when I was giving you this information.
I
Right?
could have. I could have.
Or you could have said, okay, thanks for the info, and never tried it for yourself.
Yeah.
But you did take that lesson and you applied it and you felt the energetic difference. And now, since then, you were able to amplify your training capacity,
Yep.
amplify how you feel walking out of the gym. And you've been able to amplify your results even.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like,
I've been in December when I started with my trainer, I weighed 240 pounds. And now I'm in between 206 and 208. I'm stuck there. So got to figure out something.
We don't say we're stuck because then we make it happen.
Oh, yeah. That's probably what's happening. I'm not stuck.
So then guess what? Today will be the day you break that ceiling, right?
Yes, absolutely.
You do also. Can imagine Megatron Cube and Golden Shield and Onyx Cub as well as Celestial Gold Flames. Yes, yes, yes. I love you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow, am I so grateful that you are here. You are speaking my language.
Yes.
Great Britain, here I come. Because you know what? On my tour of love that'll eventually happen, I'll have to stop and meet you. Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Those are gems. We got to put that back up because people, you need to know this stuff. And when she says, when Charity Gordon says, can imagine Megatron Cube, she's talking about Metatron's Cube, the one that's on my first 4 books. That's what she's talking about. Metatron's Cube is the blueprint for existence in this life. Now, what has happened with the system that we're living under, they dang well know the blueprint and they've reversed it for their benefit. Well, now we are reinstalling the way it should be with love around the whole world. I am so grateful that you're in Great Britain. And I personally am in Montreal, Canada. Andy, where are you?
I'm in Huntington, West Virginia.
All right. Well, you see what happens? This is awesome because the triangle effect of us 3 connected right now, everything within us is infused with all the love and the vibration that we bring.
Yes.
So I am super eternally grateful for you and your presence here with us tonight. Super grateful. And if there's any other gems, please bring them, drop them. We would love to even have you maybe come and join us if you'd like. You see, I am always grateful for learning, and I'm always grateful for people that bring, when you tap into the all knowing, you realize that you know nothing. It's simple as that. And you know that you can learn off of every single person because there's a lesson attached. You just need to take the time to listen. And yeah, I heard that. Do you want to go and check on that?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay, so just mute it. You don't have to stop. I can see your office, but you just mute it. And guys, I am always open to learning. I love learning. I have a passion for learning. And there are so many souls that are awakening right now. Well, nobody can avoid it. It's the energetic influence that's happening on the planet that everybody must awaken. Now, how they handle it and how they maneuver through it is a different story. And this is why it's so important for all of us that have the knowledge to be out here sharing it. And it doesn't matter about if, like, I don't get paid for the knowledge that I share, nor would I would have a really hard time accepting $1 for anybody for the knowledge that I share. Honestly, because this knowledge is all in us. And it is supposed to be readily available to every single person that's breathing. This is the state that we're born in. Being in your highest potential and in your unconditionally loving state for yourself and for your experience, literally, you're born into that state. This is not a state that you have to work towards to acquire. All you have to do is you have to remove the restrictions and the blockages that come with belief systems that have been installed in us. And that's what restricts you from your truest flow, is believing that you are not allowed to be who you are. You were born to be who you are with a unique energy signature, literally with things that you needed and wanted to do before you believed your name, before you believe you had to love just anybody you were told to, before you believed that you had to buckle to expectations, buckle to societal norms. You were in your truest, highest potential of your being when you were born. Literally. Before you started believing anything else. That's your highest. Well, I tell you guys, when you master your energy, you can get back to that state. Your body knows what it has to do. It is programmed to do everything it has to do. You're not supposed to think about things and be stuck to belief systems, especially when they're hindering you from the greatest experiences, opportunities, and learning that you could acquire in this lifetime. Literally. Oh,
I already did it.
yeah. See, I didn't see that. Yes, happy you joined some online. My email is on channel. Awesome. Okay, so you know what I'm gonna have to. I definitely, yeah, we're gonna definitely have to bring her on from Great Britain.
Yes.
You know, guys, honestly, a lot of people think that I'm very serious, but I am. I'm serious about life because I have to fight to breathe. I had to fight to stay alive, and it wasn't easy to do. How could I not take living and loving seriously? We're fueled by love primarily. You're born into this experience in a state of unconditional love. You're just brainwashed and taught not to be that way.
Yeah.
First time you started to be told no, first time you started to be told to you didn't matter what you had to say, first time that you were told to just go away, that you were treated like you didn't belong or you weren't loved, is the first time you disconnect from your truest potential. Why? Because your brain, it stores it as it's an emotional memory, right? So your brain is forever trying to guide you away from that one incident for the rest of your life, buckled on everything else that happens after that one disconnect. This is why I encourage everybody to release it all. None of it matters. It doesn't exist. Be grateful for it all. Yes, a lot of shitty things have happened. Christ, I've lived them. I know first-handedly. But I refuse to sit here and waste my experience not getting the most out of it. How do you get the most out of it? You love yourself unconditionally and you love your experience unconditionally. Nothing good or bad. Everything is unique to you. You're the one projecting it all. Your eyes aren't seeing your experience, they are projecting it for you. Everything starts from within. Guys, I encourage you all to keep the dive within and love yourself enough all the time. Andi, take it from here, girl.
Well, another thing you can do, like Tobi has taught me to do about my past that was holding on to me, um, is write it down. It doesn't even have to be in full sentences. And I've told all my kids this too. If there's something that has bothered you and it's still hurting your heart, write down a word and it'll remind you of what it is. Write it down. Feel what you need to feel. Then I tell them to scribble it out because they're kids. They're not going to get access to fire. You know. They're not going to be able to burn it because, you know. But I tell them, write it down. Feel what you felt when it happened. Release the feeling as you're scribbling to where you can't even see the word or see the sentence anymore because it's in the past. It doesn't exist. To love yourself, you have to release hateful things. You have to release the bad memories. You have to, I mean, you can't forget them, of course, but you have to release the feelings connected to them. Because if you don't, if you have enough of them, they can destroy you. And I was in a bad depression. My anxiety was horrible. Like it was all in my head, obviously, because it's not there anymore. But the past was holding on to me and I was holding on to it. It was a mutual hug. Once I released that hug and started writing down things that upset me from my whole life, and trust me, that was like 6 pages front and back, just fragments of sentences or just single words, or, you know, once I started doing that, I began to love myself more because then I realized The things that happened were not my fault.
Yes.
I blamed myself for so much. And I'm going to be writing a book about that too, about things that have happened and how I overcame things. Then, of course, at the end, I'm going to give credit to Miss Toby for helping me finally release, not just get over it, not just learn how to live with it, how to cope with it, but release it from me altogether. I mean, I coped with crap for a very long time. I coped. It always caught up to me. Always. And then I start to have to take antidepressants and anti-anxiety meds and all that, and I haven't had those in since January. Yeah,
Oh, I'm eternally grateful.
I don't need them. I'm eternally grateful for you
Oh,
for helping me release.
I am so grateful for you, Andy.
You're
You
about
know
to
what I said?
cry, Toby.
When
Are you about to cry on
pretty
me?
much. I'm so grateful. I really am. I can't hide that.
No, don't ever. Don't ever.
I sit here and I listen to you and I said, yes, she took the learning, she released, it's like I witnessed your cocoon phase.
Yeah,
And
I don't
I'm
have to hide in there
grateful that
anymore.
during it, I do remember sometimes where you'd reach out to me and you were in panic or you were anxiety because you were going through the rhythm of these things.
Mm-hmm.
And what would I tell you? And what did you do in these moments? I want people to understand what happens when you're doing this release work.
You told me it's okay to feel it. I said, but I thought it was all about crying. And you said, no, it's okay to feel the anger. It's okay to feel the anxiousness. It's okay to cry about it. It's okay to want to throw the book because you're so pissed off at all the crap you've had to deal with. It's okay. Feel it. Release it. Don't hold it. And that's what I've done. Oh, Charity. Thank you. That's good. Those meds are just, they make you worse. They literally made me physically
I
worse.
studied nursing, and yes, they do make you worse. And they're meant to, actually. But that's a
Well,
conversation for another day.
congratulations, Charity, for not
Yes.
not needing them for years. That's awesome. One day I'll be able to say that because I didn't need them anymore.
Well, listen, you know what? You don't have to count the days. You're done.
Yeah.
See, and this is the thing, Andy. You did the work, and I'm super proud of you. And when you felt when we and listen, I know it wasn't easy to go through what you just went through for your transformation and your change, but that's why I didn't ease up on you. And I knew that I'm hard to hear sometimes because I bring the truth no matter who's receiving it. And I know that I said some things to you that were the last thing that you wanted to hear while you were in those states. But I also know that those were the best things for you to hear in those moments. And that's
Yeah.
why I was open and honest and truthful with you to tell you those things.
I've always been one to learn the hard way. So
Me too. It's like, bring it on. The harder the learning, the better.
yes, why not?
Let's just have fun doing it, okay? Wow, we've been going for 40 minutes. I'm so grateful that we got to do this episode tonight. You guys all pulled through for us today to make that 100 followers hit today. Honestly, I just left it to the universe. I said, you know what? If you want me out there doing this, you're going to make it happen.
Yeah.
And at 8 o'clock tonight, I was guided to go and pull up the Alpha You Mind Mastery page. And when I did, I saw 99. And I said, what, are you joking me? Literally. I had it out with my boss. I said, You're telling me you got it. Why did you bring me here to see 99? Well, I was quick with the guns because as soon as I said that and I looked down on the screen, it went boom, 100. So I was actually guided to go and see that it had turned to 100 the minute that it did. And that's why I went live right away after, because I was like, not only did you make it happen, but you actually blessed me enough to see it. Boss, I'm eternally grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Not only did I get to, come out here and do this episode with Andi with you guys, I'm so grateful to all of you to make it happen. Yes, finding your inner roar. Yes, we all must. So grateful for you, Charity, and your interaction here tonight. I really, really do heartfully love and appreciate you, and I send you all the love possible from here. Andi, we've been on here quite a bit. I'm going to give you the floor to take your 5-10 minutes before I wrap it up with some special shout outs and some special hoots and hollers.
Alrighty then.
Anything you want to add to the
well,
episode? Any tips, tricks for people that are doing inner work, or anything that you want to target?
I can't think of anything, but I will say that mine and Tobi's social media and everything is over in the comments. You are more than welcome to follow, friend, message either one of us if you are having trouble starting your inner work, in the middle of it, just need someone to vent to. I'll answer it. I've got 7 kids, but I will answer it. And if you need someone to do a FaceTime with, someone to do a call with, just shoot me or Tobi a message. Hey, are you free? Can I call you? We'll help you. That's what we're here to do. We are here to help you work through you so that you can be a better you, the you were born to be. We don't want you stuck in this you that everybody has molded you into. That's not who you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be who you were at birth. You are not supposed to be molded by any human here. You're supposed to feel what you're supposed to feel. You are supposed to act to an extent the way you're supposed to act. You're supposed to love yourself enough to know when to walk away. You're supposed to love yourself enough to know when to step in. But if you're fighting with inner turmoil, you're not going to feel that. You're not going to know. So until you get rid of this inner turmoil that keeps holding you down like a thick blanket of fog, you're not going to be the you are meant to be. You're not going to. It's try all you want to. But until you deal with you, you're not going to be able to be truly happy. Truly love unconditionally. Be the you were born to be. You have to get rid of the inner turmoil. And I would like to thank everyone that came and watched us and gave us likes, and especially Charity, who has interacted with us through the comments. We really appreciate that because we know you're listening. We know you're listening. If you have questions, that's what the comment section is for. If you have your own comments to add to ours, that's what the comment section is for, like Miss Charity has added this whole time, and I greatly appreciate it. Not only do we teach people, we like to learn too. So if you have anything that you would like to add, comments, that's what it's there for. You are very welcome, Charity. We are here every Monday night for anyone's learning experience. and if they have anything to teach us. They're right, Toby.
Well, yeah, because I'm always about learning. Always. Always. I think every interaction that I'm blessed with in this world is learning for me. Every one of them. That's how I see it. And that's how you can flow freely, smoothly, like water over rocks through any situation, any interaction with great confidence and great ease, but yet force. Like you can make your way by just being loving to you first. And, go gadget, go from there. you know, Andy, I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
I got to mention that. Before we wrap up this episode, I really have to tell you, I am super duper proud of you because,
Thank
doing the inner work, it's not for the weak.
you. No.
It's not. The weak ones stay stuck, believing that they have nothing to fix, that they already know it all, that they are just fine, that they are the way that they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know. I
Mm.
felt like that too. So I'm super proud of you.
Thank
You're
you.
you tackled that head on, like you said. "Huh, give me them reins. Let's do this." You didn't just saddle up or you just yeah
I'm
yeah
either all in or not at all. That's me.
yeah, but you just went with it. You really did. Wholeheartedly, headstrong, head force, and whatever you needed to like really release, you went to the gym and you beat it out on those machines.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Most definitely.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so I know that you said Sky's going off to the military.
Yes, he's going to go to the Marines at the end of July. That's the plan. It may be 2 weeks later, but the plan is end of July. Because where my husband adopted him, they had to have papers saying why his name was changed and all that. And that delayed it a few days, but because the lawyer had to find the papers. It's been 2 years. Yeah.
Oh
So,
wow, that was a big thing that you guys had to deal with. That's news to me. I didn't even know.
oh, yeah, my husband adopted Austin and Steven. They're from the abuser I had for 6 years.
Oh no, but they're your kids.
Yeah, they're my kids.
Okay, yeah.
Mine's and Tim's. I will say his name because I don't give a fuck. Excuse my language. But
I love you.
I love you. But Ray adopted them because Tim is a POS that nobody needs to be around because I don't know what his problem is,
Yeah, but
but I
it's
love the
because you're
lessons I learned from him. I love the lessons I learned from him, but I don't think he's learned anything. So,
but the name change is strictly because you're married and you have a husband now.
no, my husband and I have been married since 2013. My husband legally adopted Austin and Steven.
Yeah,
He
no, I get it, but this is what I mean. It's because of a marriage. It's maybe it's not new. I don't mean like that, but I mean it's the name change has to do with because you are married now, like, right?
Well, I was married to their father. And when I got married to Ray, my name changed, and Ray had to adopt the boys for their names to change.
No, I get it. I get it, but that's what I was exactly meaning was
Oh,
how
yeah,
you
yeah.
explained it just now is that their last names changed because yours did because you
Yeah.
married your husband.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. That's what I
My
was
brain
meaning.
don't brain sometimes.
Sometimes simple is too simple.
Yeah.
No, honestly, and it makes it confusing. But it's okay. You answered the question. Okay, guys, we're going to wrap up here tonight. I'm really grateful, really, really grateful that number one, we got to do the episode.
Yes.
100 followers. We hit it tonight. This morning, I came out like a raging, what do you call it? I was told I sounded like a bull in a china shop this morning. And I said, well, if that's what it takes to get it done, look what happened. I'm so grateful for you all. I love you all. I want you guys to understand there is nobody doing anything to you in this world. You are the master magician of your experience, and you are in control. You may not feel like that right now, but should you choose to rid yourself of all those restrictions that are placed on yourself by all of that self-shame, the self-blame, the self-hate, the guilting yourself, the denying yourself of real joy, denying yourself of feeling excited, denying yourself of being grateful for life, produces the effects of all of it. You got to love yourself, because everybody on the planet is awakening right now, whether they like it or not, whether they intend to or not, because of the energetic influence. Now, what's going to decipher people out is clearly where they choose to stay, where they choose to stay in self-shame, self-blame, self-hatred. That also will be amplified. So the effects of that will be amplified. And this is all that has to do with the natural purge that's happening on the planet as we speak, and has been happening for a very long time to prepare for this exact transition in humanity. You can deny it. You can avoid that it's happening. You can stay in wherever energetic state you choose to, whether you choose to sit there and say, no, I'm going to stay anxious. No, I'm going to stay depressed. No, I'm going to stay fucked up on drugs so that I don't have to feel what I got to feel. No, I'm going to drink everything away because that's the only way I know how to self-soothe. Because that emptiness that I feel inside, I got to fill it with something. Are you too busy distracted by everything that's going on around you than to take a good look at yourself and love yourself right? You got to look at that, people, because everything that you think, say, and do is amplified naturally by the energetic influence. What's the energetic influence? Go check out Schumann resonance. Go and check out all of the knowledge and research and information that clearly tells us there has never been this amount of awakened souls on the planet at once. You guys are all stuck talking about one Jesus when there's thousands of Jesus walking now on the earth, literally, with level of consciousness. Christ consciousness is back. Christ has returned. Literally. People, Christ is back. And I'm going to tell you all that. Yes, I will. Christ told everybody he was the way. He wasn't telling everybody to line up behind him. He was telling people that unconditionally loving himself and every single person was the way. How many of us are sitting out here telling you all that? Well, that's the same thing Jesus said too. Or are you too blinded to the truth in plain sight? You got to love yourself. You want to be on an upward spiral? You must love yourself. Love every pain, trauma, suffering that you've ever had away. You do not deserve to carry all of that and be shackled to believing what everybody else made you believe. Have you been able to break free of what everybody else constructed your brain patterns to be? Can you think for yourself? Can you even look at yourself in the mirror and praise and love yourself? Be grateful for the air that you're breathing? I hope and pray that you can. Because that is the only way to bring yourself up out of the burning hell of fire. What's the burning hell of fire? The lowered emotional states that are not loving. That's what the true pit of hell is when you choose to sit in a destructive state within your own fire of your soul. Guys, I love you. This is why I do it. We come out here and we devote time and energy and are grateful for you and your time and energy. And I never want it to be wasted when you're hanging out with us. So I really hope and pray that we were as heart filling to you all as it has been for me to come out here and do this for you. Literally. Andi, do you want to say a good night before I wrap it up with a quick good night and hit end stream?
Good night, everyone. Or good day if you're in a different part of the world. But here it's almost 10:30 at night, so it's nighttime. I'm going to work on my book so I can have it out by the end of the week. And yeah, I'm going to try to go to sleep. Sometimes I can't because my brain won't. If I stop writing my book before it's done, my brain keeps going when I lay down, even though my body's like, nah, you're done. But good night, everybody. I love you. Love yourself so you can love others. If you have children, they love you unconditionally, whether you know it or not. That's how they were born. They are born to love you unconditionally. It's sad that some parents don't show it back. But that's a whole different subject. Anyways,
That
love.
would be a great topic.
Yeah. Yeah. You need to love like a child does. And that's all I got to say about that. I love you guys. Have a good night.
So, guys, I'll wrap it up quick with y'all. Yeah, guys, literally, you were born in an unconditionally loving state. Before you believed anybody else's name or appearance or what you were being told about everybody, you loved everybody unconditionally. What distorted your energetic flow was if somebody's energy was tainted. A baby can smell that like a burnt toast. Okay? You got to get back into that state of loving yourself. Discover life. Learn, explore, discover. Literally loving it all. Because when you're learning to crawl, you're not worried about what anybody's thinking about you. When you're learning to walk, you think you're worried about anything but trying to get up on your feet? No. And that's not even a worry because you know you're going to do it. Imagine if a baby sat there rocking back and forth, trying to crawl, going, oh no, I'm going to bust my head. Oh no, I'm going to bust my head. Ah! It would never fucking happen.
No.
Okay, so this is where I tell you your thoughts distort your purest power. Don't do that to yourself. Love yourself enough to feel your way through everything because that's your truest power point. So I love you all and we love you all. And join us next week, Monday nights, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, 9:30 p.m.
Every Monday.
Every Monday. And we love you all and we thank you for being here. And we'll send, this camera thing, eh? We love you very much. We're very grateful that you made it. And we're very grateful that you made us hit 100 followers to get out here with you tonight.
Yes.
Andi, and I'm super proud of you. Keep going.
Thank you.
Chat. I love you all. Good night.
Good night.